the new trading window. So let's quickly look at the 7 major currency. Let's see the setups we have on this 7 major currency pairs. I believe you know the 7 major currency pairs. Okay, so we'll start with Australian dollar USD. What do we have here? You could see that Australian dollar USD has been in a range for some time. You can see from this point to this point, Australian dollar USD has been in a range. While the market is in a range, we still had some good setup to sell and also to buy. This was bullish, bearish, bullish for the market. Long term, it's been in a range for some time. Okay, so what are we looking at? My expectation on USD, Australian dollar USD this week is bullish. I'm looking for buy setups on Australian dollar USD. Let's start with the weekly time frame. Okay. Yesterday, if you joined the class, I told you Australian dollar USD is bearish because this candlestick last week candle closed below this support. And I said we should expect price to pull back to a previous support, turn resistance before we consider selling. So Monday, Tuesday, I'll be looking out for buy setup on Australian dollar USD. Okay, I expect price to pull back to 50% or 61.8 retracement level. That's my expectation. So I expect price to pull back to 50, 61.8 or 79.0. Last Friday candle closed as a bearish candle. So after the close of last Friday candle, let's see what we had, the formation we had on 4 hour. So what do we have on 4 hour? Good. So my first entry on Australian dollar USD would be above this resistance level. If a 4 hour candle closes above this resistance, I would buy Australian dollar USD. If a 4 hour closes above this resistance, this level becomes what? A mitigation block. It becomes a mitigation block if 4 hour candle closes above this level. Okay, so I'll be buying from this mitigation block or from this break of resistance to the next mitigation block, from one mitigation to another mitigation or resistance level. Okay, so I want to identify the mitigation block at this point. There was the mitigation block at this point, but you can't see it on 4 hour time frame. So I will go down to 1 hour to identify. It could be a breaker or mitigation. So let me go down to 1 hour. Sorry, 1 hour. So you can see what I said. We had this is a mitigation block. Okay, mitigation at this point is breaker. This point is mitigation. So we have both mitigation and breaker at this level. So this will be my target for bullish for buy. This is where I'm considering setting my TP. My first TP will be at this level. So all I'm waiting for now is for 4 hour candle to close above this supply zone. If the 4 hour candle closes above this zone, I am buying Australian dollar USD. I hope that's clear. I'll take your questions before I end the session. Okay, so that's my buyers on Australian dollar USD. I'm looking for buy opportunities. Then let's move to New Zealand USD. As you know, New Zealand USD is positively related with Australian dollar USD. So you can see the setup we have on New Zealand USD is similar to what we have on Australian dollar USD. Let's see, let's start with the weekly. So you can see Last week candle closed as, should we call this inverted hammer or doji? Whatever I want to call it. Both candlestick formation indicates change in trend, right? From bearish to bullish. So some might call it inverted hammer. Some might call it doji, whatever you want to call it. Both candlestick are bullish reversal candlestick formation. So we had a doji, or call it inverted hammer, last week. So let's go down to daily and see the formation we had on daily after the formation of that inverted hammer or doji, or you call it spinning bottom, whatever. All three candlestick formation indicates change in trend from bearish to bullish. Okay, so you can see. So last Friday candle closed as an hammer, and an hammer candle indicates change in trend from bearish to bullish. Now, this hammer is a bearish hammer. It's a bearish hammer. If this was a bullish hammer, we would have executed buy. But since this candle is bearish, we would have to wait for the next candle to close bullish before we buy. What that means is that if we're just focused on the daily time frame, it means we wouldn't be executing a trade on New Zealand USD tomorrow. We have to wait for tomorrow's candle to close before we buy. Okay, but after the close of this hammer on the daily time frame, if we go down to 4 hours and the same setup we're waiting for on the daily time frame, if we have that setup on 4-hour time frame, I don't think there's need for us to wait for the daily candle to close. So let's go down to 4 hours to see the formation we had on last Friday candle. Good. So what formation do we have here? We had a bearish candle, which looks like a spinning bottom. The next candle had closed bullish, which confirms change in trend from bearish to bullish. And we had a new resistance level. Okay, so this was a resistance level on 4-hour time frame. Why did the price pull back at this level? Because we had a previous support here. Can you see it? If you go back, you could see that that level was a support in the past. That was the reason for this little rejection that we experienced on Friday. Okay, so if this resistance is broken, that is a buy for me. If this resistance is broken, that is a buy. And if I'm buying above this level, my stop loss would be few pips below the low of this bearish candle. My stop loss would be a few pips below the low of this candle, and my TP would be at this level, around this level. Why am I setting my TP at this level? If you go down to lower time frame, 1 hour, we should have a mitigation block or a breaker block at this level. You can't see it on 4-hour time frame. So let's go to 1 hour and see what we had there. Can you see what we have? This is what a breaker. Sorry, mitigation. This is mitigation block. This is a mitigation block. So this is where I would set my TP. My TP will be at this zone, either this level or this level. Okay, and if a 4-hour candle closes above this resistance, this level becomes a breaker block. Sorry, mitigation. It will be a mitigation block. If 4-hour candle closes above this resistance, that will be a mitigation block. Okay, so my bias on New Zealand USD is bullish. Bullish. Let's go to the next pair, USD CAD. USD CAD is negatively correlated with Australian dollar USD and New Zealand USD. So if we're looking for opportunities to buy on Australian dollar USD and New Zealand USD, we should look for sell setup on USD CAD. So let's start with the weekly time frame. Okay, so see what we had last week. See that USD CAD has been in a range for some time. It has been in a range. Now, the setup we have here looks like a bullish setup, right? It looks like a bullish setup. You cannot sell USD CAD with this setup. You can't sell USD CAD. For you to sell USD CAD, this support must be broken. This support must be broken. So since our bias on Australian dollar USD is bullish, we should look for sell setup on USD CAD. Look for sell setup on USD CAD. Okay, so let's go down to daily. So on USD CAD, price is likely going to pull back to, it's likely going to pull back to this level. It's likely going to pull back to this level, which is a resistance level. Okay. Or let's go to 4 hour. Okay, this is 4 hour. You can see at this point, it will also pull back to this level. We have a fair value gap here. For those who trade with ICT concept or smart money concept. So we have a fair value gap at this level. So it's likely USD CAD would aim for this FFG, fair value gap, before it starts selling. Okay. Or if a 4-hour candle closes below this support, that will be entry for sell. So it's either price pulls back to this zone for us to sell, or a 4-hour candle closes below this support. So when a 4-hour candle closes below this support on USD CAD, it is expected that on Australian dollar USD, a 4-hour candle should close above this resistance, since they are negatively correlated. So when a 4-hour candle closes above this resistance, go to your USD CAD and ensure that USD CAD is also trading below a support. So if the 4-hour candle closes below this support, you could sell. Okay, that price will pull back to this FFG, fair value gap, is not guaranteed, it's a probability. Okay, it's not guaranteed. So you don't have to wait. Pullback, if the pullback does not occur, it means you will miss the move, right? It means you would miss the move. So best is to jump in if a 4-hour candle closes below this support. Wait for a bearish candle to close below this support, then you sell. If a bearish candle closes below this support, there's a probability that these liquidities will be swept. All these lows. Sorry. A lot of stop losses at this level to be cleared. All these lows. That's my take on USD CAD. I'm looking for sell on USD CAD. Next pair, GBP USD. GBP USD also is bullish. Let's start with the weekly. So last week candle closed as a doji. After testing supports. Okay. So let's go down to daily and see what we had on daily after the close of that weekly candle. Last week candle, Friday candle closed as bullish. So this is a bullish setup. This is a bullish setup on GBP USD. Okay. I could even risk buying GBP USD now. It's just I don't trade Asian session. So I'll wait for London session. If this was during, if the setup was if we're in London session, I would have executed a buy trade after the close of this bullish candle. Okay, let's go to 4 hour. Okay, good. We have a resistance here. If this resistance is broken, do not hesitate to buy. If this resistance, you can see that the formation we have on GBP USD is similar to Australian dollar USD and New Zealand USD. All these pairs, they have a new resistance level, a most recent resistance level. You saw it on Australian dollar USD and New Zealand USD. So if this resistance is broken, I am buying GBP USD, and this will be my target. First TP, second TP is a mitigation. Okay, then you have a fair value gap attached to this mitigation block. So this could be your first TP, this could be your second TP. So that's my take on GBP USD. I am bullish on GBP USD this week. Euro USD also positively correlated with GBP USD. So last week candle closed bearish. We had a support here, right? So price got to that level and there was rejection from that level. So let's go down to the daily. What do we have on daily? Similar formation, right? This is what we had on GU also. So this is a buy setup. If you are considering selling, this support must be broken. If you're considering selling, this support must be broken. But at the moment, you cannot sell. You cannot sell until this support is broken. And so we also had a resistance on Euro USD. So if the 4-hour candle closes above this resistance, you buy CP1, CP2. Okay, so that's it for Euro USD. If you want to sell Euro USD, this support must be broken. This support must be broken. You cannot sell Euro USD now. This formation we have on 4-hour time frame. Should I pay again? USD JPY, USD CHF. If there's any pair you want us to analyze, you can drop it in the comment space. Drop it in the comment space. USD JPY. I told you guys yesterday that USD JPY is bullish, but I think I'm wrong. I had to look at the chart again today, and I think USD JPY is bearish. I will be bearish on USD JPY this week. Okay, so let's start with the weekly time frame. Okay, so this was a resistance. Okay, so let's go down to lower time frame, and this is an hanging man, right? This is an hanging man. Let's go to daily and see what we had on daily. Okay. So we had a new support on daily. Okay, so let's go down to 4-hour. So we had a resistance here on 4-hour that was good. Okay, let's go down to 1 hour. As you know, Australian dollar USD and USD JPY, they are negatively correlated. So if we are considering buying Australian dollar USD, we should look for self setups on USD JPY. USD JPY is also negatively correlated with GBP USD. Okay. Everything still looks bullish on USD JPY. Okay, but I'm looking for sell opportunity. So at what level or at what price would I consider selling USD JPY? Let's go to the 15 minutes. Need price to break a support on 15 minutes. My first entry for sell will be below if this support is broken. That's how many pips from the current market price? About 60 pips. Okay. I must also consider this support as my first entry. The bearish candlestick must close below this support level. 4-hour candle must close below these levels before I consider selling USD JPY. But I believe price will still go up. Price will still go up on USD JPY. It's not a good time to sell now. It is likely they will hunt for the stop losses at these levels. Stop loss at this level, stop loss at this level, stop loss. They will hunt for the stop loss at this level. So we should expect USD JPY to push up to this level, a few pips above this level before we look for sell setup. I hope that is clear. I'm bearish on USD JPY this week. Bearish. Last pair is USD CHF. If there's any instrument you want us to look at, please drop it in the comment space. Okay. USD CHF is negatively correlated with Euro USD. But the setup we have on USD CHF at the moment is bullish. It is bullish. Our bias on Euro USD is what? Bearish, right? Yeah. Euro USD is bearish. Am I right? No. Euro USD is bullish. So USD CHF should be bearish. Let's go down to daily. Let's see what we have on daily. Okay, so we had this on USD CHF. Let's go to 4-hour. So we had a support on 4-hour. If the 4-hour candle closes below the support, I would sell on USD CHF. If 4-hour candle closes below the support, I would execute a sell. If a 4-hour candle closes above this resistance, USD CHF is likely going to be bullish. So we have these two levels to work with, resistance and support. If support is broken, we want to sell. If resistance is broken, we want to buy. Okay, so that will be all for tonight's session. This week will be an interesting week. We've got so much fundamentals from Monday to Friday. There are a lot of fundamentals. Okay, so you're trading this week, trade carefully, ensure you apply proper risk and money management. There are a lot of fundamentals, a lot from Monday to Friday. This week is NFP week. So you expect high volatility in the market this week. So you have to be conservative. Okay. So after the class, you can check Forex Factory for the fundamentals. Very important that you know the time this news event will be released. Very important. Go to forexfactory.com and check the data that will be released this week. That will be all. Okay, someone drop a comment. GBP Okay, let's look at GBP It is bullish at the moment. GBP Aussie is bullish at the moment. Last week candle broke a resistance level. Okay, let's go to daily. It's possible for price to start dropping from this because market has already tested right this resistance. So it's possible price start dropping from this level. It's very possible. Very possible. Let's go to 4 hour. After the close of last Friday candle, what do we have? Okay, we had a spinning top. You can see it's a spinning top. It's a resistance level. You can see. So if the next candlestick closes bearish, it's likely GBPLC will sell. If the next candle closes bearish, you can look for sell setup. Okay, and if after the close of the next 4 hour candle, if it closes bearish, a new resistance level will be formed, right? A new resistance level will be formed. And if that resistance level is broken, then you could see price going up. GPLC will keep going up if that new resistance that will be formed is broken. Okay? So at the moment, we cannot sell, we cannot buy. If we want to sell, we have to wait for the next candle to close bearish after the spinning top. If this spinning top was a bearish spinning top, one would have risked selling GBP Aussie. Okay, but since it's a bullish spinning top, we have to wait for the next candle to close bearish before we sell. So we had supports. So we are considering selling. This level should be broken. If 4 hour closes below this support, you could consider selling GBP Aussie. And if this resistance is broken, the 4 hour candle closes above the high of these candles, then you might consider buying. But I would not advise that you buy GBP Aussie at the current market price. It's not wise to buy. It is not wise to buy GBP Aussie. If you want to take any trade, it should be a sell. It should be a sell. As far as I'm concerned, GBP Aussie is overbought. It's 275 pips. Is overbought. There has to be a pullback, a retracement before it continues with its bullish trend. There has to be a retracement. Okay, so I think it's overbought. Let's just apply stochastic or RSI. Let's see where. Should be overbought. Can you see? It's overbought. So this is not a good time to sell. It's not a good time. Sorry, not a good time to buy. If you are buying at the current market price, the risk will be too high. It will be too high. That's not smart. Wait for price to pull back to maybe to a support level, a resistance level turn support before you consider buying. Don't buy this. You could also apply a Fibonacci this level, the swing low to swing high. Wait for price to pull back to retrace to 50% retracement level or 61.8 retracement level before you consider buying. Don't buy now. Okay, so that's it for GBP Aussie. Any question? If you have any question, just raise your hand up so that I can mute your mic. Any question? Any contrary view? Any question? Any contrary view? Any suggestion? Okay, let me unmute all so that if you have question, ask. So you can unmute your mic if you have it.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. On this very last page that you just analyzed, you said if it is split up, you say if it were red, we would have gone ahead to sell.
Yeah.
But now that it's green, you are saying if it closes above the resistance, that we can now
there's
buy.
no resistance
Or
at the
if
moment. Okay, let's go to 1 hour. We can identify resistance on 1 hour. Okay, so this is resistance on 1 hour. Okay, so if 4 hour candle closes above this level, you could risk buying. But like I said, it will not be wise for you to buy at the current market price. Look at where price are going up. Why would you want to buy at this point? It's only FOMO that will make you jump into this trade to buy. If you are not bought from this point or the break of this resistance, it will not be wise for you to buy at this price. It's just like this product was sold at 500 at this point, and at this point, it's being sold for 2,000. Why would you buy at 2,000?
Okay, sir. Now, will it be okay for one?
What?
Okay, will it be okay for one to wait for a pullback? One.
Yes.
For a buy to enter a buy.
Yes.
Okay, or again to wait for another candlestick to close below.
Below where? Below which level?
Will it be okay for one to wait for a bearish candlestick to close below this spinning top to execute a sell?
Which spinning top? This?
Yes. This last green candle.
Where did the market open? This is the opening. Right?
Yes.
This is the opening.
Yes.
Do you have the supports at that opening? Yes.
Yes, yes.
So this will be the best area to consider selling. If a 4 hour candle breaks this support, then you should consider selling. Is that clear?
Thank you, sir. That's clear.
Yeah. So
yes,
what level should we expect price to retrace to? Just apply your Fibonacci. Take it, you could take it from this level, or you could take it from this level, swing low to swing high. So if you are selling below this support, there is a probability that price will pull back to this level. Why this level? It's a key level. We have this mitigation or breaker block. You can see. Then we have fair value gap close to that mitigation, or you call it breaker. Okay, this is a fair value gap. So there's a probability that price will pull back to this level before it continues with its bullish move. Okay, so for example, if you are to execute buy, if you buy from this point, you have to set your stop loss at this level. This is where you have to set your stop loss. 325 pips. That would be the risk on the trade. You can decide to set it at this level, but the truth is that they can easily hunt for your stop losses at this level. But it will be difficult for them to hunt for your stop loss at this level. So the question is, do you want to take this kind of risk? This is too high. But if you wait for price to pull back to, let's say, level 61.8 before you execute a buy trade, what will be your risk from this level? If you even decide to set your stop loss at this level, what will be your risk? 120, just let's say 120 pips. So your risk is reduced, right? Than you entering a buy from the current market price. I hope that is clear. Any question? Does anyone have a question? Are we at the session? No question? If there's anything that is not clear, ask question, please. Emmy, no question. Mrs. Peters, no question. Mr. Okay, no question. Mr. Temitope, anointed. All right. Mr. Temitope, do you have any question?
Not at all, sir.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Do have a wonderful night.
Same here.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir. God bless.
Good night, sir.